Is that this bill be now read a second time? The member for Hughes.
Deputy Speaker, I rise to speak in favour of the Paid Parental Leave Amendment Bill that expands financial support currently provided by Australia's Paid Parental Leave Scheme. I am particularly glad to be speaking on this bill today on the United Nations International Women's Day. We still have a long way to go with women's equality in Australia. We currently rank 43rd out of 146th in the world. This is not good enough for Australia. We can do better. Improving paid parental leave is one way to improve women's economic security and improve gender equity. Deputy Speaker, paid parental leave changes lives. Indeed, Deputy Speaker, had it been in place when I had my boys, James and Nicholas, back in 2006, it would have made my time as a new mum considerably easier and far less stressful. It would have provided my husband, Michael, with an opportunity to be fully involved with the boys as babies, and it would have provided us as a family with choices that were not available to us. Numerous studies have shown that paid parental leave schemes provide invaluable assistance to Australians, Australian parents, Australian workers, Australian employers and the Australian economy overall. Without doubt, paid parental leave is one of the most important economic measures that governments can adopt to support women, Australian women. And, Deputy Speaker, when Australian women do well, their families do well and our country does well. By way of background, paid parental leave scheme, this scheme commenced on the 1st of January 2011. This bill provides amendments to extend parental leave pay from 18 weeks to 20 weeks. It will combine parental leave pay as well as dad and partner pay, forming a single payment of 20 weeks that can be shared between parents. The measure seeks to make sharing of parental leave between parents a central part of the scheme. A parent who does not have a partner at the time will also be able to claim a maximum of 20 weeks parental leave. In this way, Deputy Speaker, the bill seeks to improve gender equality by removing the current default of parental leave pay that assumes that birth parents are primary carers and that birth parents are not the primary income earners in a household. The bill expands access to paid parental leave by introducing a $350,000 income test on the family income, rather than the current individual income test, which is just over $150,000. And, Deputy Speaker, I'm very pleased to say that between 2010 and 2017, it's pleasing to see that the number of women with a taxable income of more than $150,000 doubled in that period. However, currently families can be treated differently depending on which parent has the higher income. This is grossly unfair to women who are the primary income earners and does not accord with modern Australia. Indeed, when I had my boys, this was precisely what had occurred in our family under the old family tax benefit system. To clarify the way the system currently works, there could be two families, each with an identical household income. One family could be eligible because the father is the primary income earner, while the other family is ineligible because the mother is the primary income earner. Under this legislation, under this bill, families will no longer be denied access to payments just because of the income of the mother, with the introduction of a family income limit. It is expected nearly 3,000 additional parents will become eligible each year due to this measure. The bill will also put more flexibility into the paid parental leave system to allow parents to best use their parental leave payments in a manner that best suits them. Paid parental leave will consist only of flexible paid parental leave days. This measure allows parents to take parental leave in blocks as small as a day at a time, with periods of work in between, during the period starting the day the child is born and ending on the day before the child's second birthday or anniversary of care. This flexibility seeks to support mothers to return to work whenever they wish and will benefit parents who work part-time or are self-employed to continue working after a birth or adoption. Deputy Speaker, the bill also allows eligible parents to take a maximum of 2 weeks parental leave pay concurrently, assisting parents to share caring responsibilities, providing an opportunity for dads and partners to also provide care for birth parents to support their health. This will greatly assist all parents, but particularly parents of twins and multiple births. As the mother of twins, this measure is particularly supported. The bill does limit the concurrency period to ensure that parents are encouraged to return to work. Deputy Speaker, the Coalition remains committed to supporting Australian women's participation in the workforce. At its highest level, the clear benefit of paid parental leave is to increase female workforce participation. However, the health benefits for mothers cannot be overestimated. It can assist with bonding with the child, breastfeeding and recovery from childbirth. Studies have also shown that it can assist with lowering postnatal depression rates and improve new mums' mental health. Paid parental leave can also lower infant mortality. It ensures that women are not disadvantaged in their employment through their intrinsic role in childbearing. It supports economic security for women throughout their lives. It supports the health and welfare of mothers as well as their newborn children. It assists Australian parents to manage their work and parental responsibilities so that the needs of children and families may be met in the context of modern Australian society. This amended scheme will also go some way towards ensuring that working women do not unwillingly delay or avoid having children because of the financial ramifications. The scheme particularly supports first-time mums through assisting childbirth recovery, perinatal and postnatal health challenges such as premature birth. Most importantly, it supports my fundamental liberal principles that the role of government is to facilitate an environment to enable Australians to have choice and to make decisions that are right for their individual circumstances. It enables Australian women to help to decide when they will have children. Deputy Speaker, I also support fathers being able to facilitate access to paid parental leave. Again, this enables Australian parents to make choices that are right for their individual, particular family circumstances. For dads, it can increase their parental satisfaction through time spent bonding with their baby. And I know, for us, my husband Michael would have really benefited and would have really enjoyed having more time with the boys when they were very young. It also can assist to create a more equitable division of household labour, another thing that I would also have appreciated back 16 years ago, Deputy Speaker. I also note that the Coalition has sought assurances from the government that the amendments to increase flexibility in this bill will not negatively impact upon small businesses. And at this point, I will say that I commend all those Australian businesses over many years who have introduced their own paid parental leave and assisted many of their female employees back into the workforce. I've been advised that Services Australia will provide additional support to businesses to manage the new scheme, to both minimise any economic impact and to ensure that businesses are aware of the changes to the scheme well in advance of its commencement on the 1st of July this year. I do note that in the lead up to the budget last year in October, the government announced that this scheme would be progressively increased to 26 weeks. At this stage, that hasn't been put into this bill, and I welcome that legislation from the government in due course. I do ask, though, that the government consider amending this bill to include superannuation guarantee payments on parental leave pay, as the scheme was initially envisaged. This will go some way to assist to bridge the disparity between the superannuation balances of Australian men and women, where women still lag a long way behind men. Deputy Speaker, to conclude, this is a good bill. Paid parental leave is vital for Australian mums. It is vital for Australian dads. It is integral to women's workforce participation, for mothers' physical and mental health, and for giving fathers the opportunity to be more fully involved in their children's early care. For all of the reasons I've mentioned, I commend this bill to the House.